Hey there, fellow Factorians. Onerous here with a brand new series. And let's have a look. What do we have here? Yes, it is time. I attempted a Bobs and Angels run. I'll drop the mod list file down in the comments below if you're interested. I'll link it down there. But it's basically a full, at the time of creation, a full Bob's Angels minus the Bob's greenhouse, which apparently is overpowered and makes life a little too easy. And Bob's Angels runs are not about making life easy. So yes, I've got every mod pack from the Factorio playthrough that the Factorio mod portal that is done by Bobbing About and by Arc666 Angel. So those are the two authors of Bob's mods and Angels mods, and together they are Bobs and Angels. I have created a string here that we are going to use, and let's have a look. There we go. Alright, so we've got rich resources. This is just the default rich resource setting. I've turned off cliffs because why bother? I've enabled peaceful mode because we've just got out of a Death World run, and honestly I just want to focus on the production side of Bob's. We do have Bob's and Angels. We do have Bob's Enemies and Bob's Warfare, I think it is, enabled. So at some point we will research some military tech, have a look at what it's all about, and might even disable peaceful mode through the console. At that point, well, we'll see how we go, whether we're interested in that or not. Yes, so default settings for everything else, yada yada yada. Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn off expansion because that could just get annoying. And finally, research queue set to always. So, with all that in mind, let's jump in, shall we? Now, one thing, yes, Bob's character classes. I have played this for kind of about an hour just to get a feel for it before we started, and basically these other ones seem really annoying because yes, I'd love to have mining speed, but moving slower, like health, I don't really care, but moving slower would really bug me. Man, I would love to move faster, but having a smaller inventory size would really bug me, and again, moving slower. So basically, yeah, it's just the default character for me. Alright, well, let's jump straight into it, and ooh, look at these rocks. Straight away we'll grab some of these. As you can see, all our main resources are down to the south, but man, starting with a bit of coal and a bit of stone is pretty powerful. And interestingly enough, from my about an hour play, stone is actually something that you can't mine. So there's no stone ore patches. So having some rocks give you that early on is actually really really powerful. You also notice I didn't change the trees. Normally I'd turn trees way down, but early on there's a lot of stuff that needs that does need wood. So we're going to keep that in there. Now look at all these weird things. We've got rubite, saphirite, styrite, and bobmonium. As you can see, it can be refined, and then there's just a whole huge list of things that it can be refined into. So iron, copper, iron. The important thing at first to know is just whoops. Let me do a bit of that. The first thing that's in that list can be refined for smeltable ores, iron. So that is by default what this will produce. But and we'll get to that in a moment. As you can see, we need to put that into something, and that something is a crusher, because we get ore and we crush the ore, and we have saphirite. Got to make sure you have this right. The other thing you'll notice is the stacks. There's a big difference in stacks with this, which is nice. Now, whew, man, what we've got to do then is we have to put all this into one of these, and we need to use one of these. Another thing over there, you can change the orientation of these things. Pretty classy. All right, So one of the things we've got to note here. So some of the complexity apparently with Bob's comes around all these waste products. So we are crushing saphirite ore, and we want crushed saphirite, which we're turning into iron plates, but it also produces crushed stone, and that just builds up over time. If there's a full stack in there, this whole thing will stop working. And if we look up, as you can see, so many more recipes. We'll go through it as we actually come across it, but one of these has stone as a recipe. There it is. Alright, so we can actually make stone from crushed stone. We can handcraft that, which is nice. Definitely will not be doing a lazy bastard run here. That is for sure. Alright. Whew, man, all these things. So what we want to be doing is we want to create a few more of these. We probably want to make a lot of those, and we need more of them, and we need more of everything. So here we go. We do have enough for another one of those, and they do take a while to handcraft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one in here, because this does actually require, as we see, 2 saphirite ore, and these are producing 0.25 items a second, and this takes 1 second to craft. So technically you could have 4 of these feeding in here, and then of course the iron plate recipe. See, already we've only just touched the surface, and already we're starting to see the complexities coming in. So 3 crushed saphirite produce 2 iron plates. Sorry. Whew, man. All right. So there we go. We've got a bit of iron plate. Let's make another one of these. We've got a bit of stone still, and got to keep our stone going. So next off, I want to start over here, and we will do that something. Let's see if I wanted to put one here. Yeah, that work. I could get 3. All right, so we can do that. We're going to do that. I need to make another one of those. And we didn't make it in time. There we go. All right. And then I'm going to get this, control and hold down right click to put half stack in there. And of course we have even distribution mod in there to make our life a little bit easier. Whew. All right. How we're doing? We need more iron plates. Of course we do. And there we go. Get another one of those. And another one. Yeah. All right. There we go. And a little bit of coal. And ooh, yeah, we should be really should be automating our coal as well, shouldn't we? That's in fact, I am going to rip these up. This needs a recipe, and I'm going to put these guys straight onto coal. Let's go this way. There we go. All right, give you a start. There we go. And we do have one more of these. Yeah. Look, it's not quite exactly where I put it, but that's fine. Alright, so that will start us on the route to some copper plate. Now, from my vast experience of 1 hour, basically we need to mine everything. The focus on iron and copper early game is kind of expanded. There is lead and there is tin. And somewhere one of these ones. Here we go. So we've got copper plate, we have glass, we have iron plate, we have lead plate, silver plate, and tin plate. And that is before we have any research done. So let's just keep building up these. Now, because we're on peaceful mode, pollution doesn't matter, which is pretty important because we're going to get a lot of burning stuff happening early on. We even have straight away access to burner electric generator, as well as our power straight off, but this requires a basic circuit board. Whew, and if I just run over here and do a little bit of mining, circuit boards require wood. Yes, of all things, wood. So we're going to mine trees, and that is one of the reasons why I left trees on. Because in my very short playing of this, testing it out, I'd turned trees off because They're annoying if you're trying to build a big base, and yeah, it was very annoying getting wood. So here we are. Wood creates a wooden board, and then wood and copper cable creates a circuit board, which kind of makes sense. The circuits are then obviously the copper cable placed on the wood. Whew, but we need copper plate for that, and we've got a bit. All right, but still, I want to focus here on getting our mining up and running as soon as possible. How are we doing here? Alright, so we are actually, looks like we can support another one of these from here. That would be nice. Let's make all of these. All of those. Alright, there we go. And then we'll need to spread that, control, and drag over top to fill those up. There we go. Here we go, we've got a few of these. I'm going to expand this out actually quite all the way, I think. There we go. Let's see how we're going. Yep, so we are now using more than we are putting in. Over here looks like we're going all right. Yep. Whew, all right. So maybe it's kind of one miner to one furnace could be a good ratio. Without really looking at the numbers, it's hard to see. But as I was saying, I want to keep going with this. We want to get a whole lot more of this. So we need more of these. We need another one of those. Whew, a couple more of those, and we'll start up another iron plate area. Look at that, we've got 70 wood stone over here. That stacks, I think, to a 200. So it can run for a while. Now let's turn all of that into stone while we're just doing nothing else. Alright, so this one here, we can try and get 3 around this one and see if that provides us with a better output. There we go. How are we doing for coal? Let's take a bit of that back, a bit more. Really should use down here. All right, do we have another one of those? We don't. And I don't have the ingredients for it. That's cool. Control right click and even distribution. Oops. And of course I forgot those guys. Probably don't need that much. And yep, set the recipe of that one. All right. So we've got a bit more iron going now. Yep, I need 3 in there. All right. Wonder if maybe one of these. So let's do a little bit of a test. See if one of these being fed by 2 is enough to keep this going. Not sure what's going on there. There we go. Alright, as you can see, we are burning through the coal. Looks like we're keeping up and we are emptying this. Okay, so there we go. That is actually a better ratio. I should have left that run for the iron plate. And yes. Alright. Thank you. Okay. Whew. So let's get this copper going a little bit better. No, let's build some of these. Because that is what we need. Alright. Iron plate. Copper plate. Coal. Alright, and we need so many more burner miners. Yes, we do. So let's put another one here. And another one of these there. And do something like that. That's too much. Alright, and how are we doing here? We could go for a 3rd on this one. See if that helps us. Okay, now. So the other thing I want to do is I want to start putting some of this stuff into boxes. Do we have any boxes? No, we don't. Thought I created some, but it does not look like it. Alright. 8 iron plate, man, that seems tough at this point, but let's do that. And we want to do the same with our was it bobmonium? Bobmonium, yes. Alright. Not sure where a good edge is, doesn't really matter, does it? There we go. Alright. Now let's put these down here. Pop it in there, and let's do that. Alright. So we will start that going. That's way too much in there, thank you. That is the downside of a stack of 200 of coal, is that it's very easy to put way too much stuff in here. Alright. Whew, man, we are... Okay, so we are actually... Looks like we do need the second one. Probably means we're not going to support that. Crushed saphirite. There we go. And yeah, likewise, you are also... Oh, we are out of these. Alright, the handcrafting continues. There we go. Let's put you there. Let's get rid of you. Alright, let's get those guys with a bit of coal. And what have we got on us? We've got some crushed saphirite. We've got some saphirite ore. We've got some rubite ore. Pop that in there. Okay. And then let's get some more. Let's get some more of our crushed stone. And here we go. Alright. Definitely time to get some power and a lab and start some research of basic automation. Okay, let's go to lab, and if we're going to the lab, we are going to need some science. There it is. Alright, 10 science? I think it's actually only 5. It is only 5, but we'll automate the other 5. Okay. Huh, man. No, I did not want to do that. There we go. Alright. So we have some things being made now, very slowly. That's alright. Are you backing up? No, you're alright. We've got let's pop alt mode on. We've got some rubite starting to stack up. We've got some bobmonium starting. Bobmonium. Yep, stacking up. Not in huge quantities. It's a slow and steady one. This playthrough, I think. We're not rushing. Again, we've got biters off. There's something weird on the map over there. I wonder what that is. Thermal water. There's some greens. There's some kind of blue thing just off there. There's another blue thing there. I think some of those could be trees. There's like, yeah, man, so much stuff. There's not even a point in thinking about it at this point. Okay, let's get some power. Ooh, speaking of power, we probably need a power pole or two. Let's get a few more of those. Let's pop them there. All right, there we go. And a lab, and in that lab shall go the, what's it called? Basic science, automation science pack. Oh, there you go. All right, and yeah, let's put some fuel in there. Alright, that's probably a lot. But so this only produces 400 kilowatts, and we're already using 60 kilowatts of that. So as we can see, this is not a good long-term solution. We definitely want to have our power up and running at some point. That is a no-brainer. And yeah, let's also try and get away from coal. Alright, so there's our first tech going. Now I'm probably generally going to be just picking the basic techs, but I do want that. Alright. Electronic automation. We got burner automate. Burner. Okay, that's 10. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that and then that. So that's 10 and that's 20. Alright. Yes, that is our goal. Let's put some stuff in there. See, these still have a little bit of coal. These got a little bit of coal, and yeah, we're getting some stuff going. All right. What am I forgetting? Let's have a bit of a look through here. So, I could actually probably do with a few more boxes. Well, hang on. We're handcrafting all our science first. There we go. Let's get that sorted. So we already need basic circuit boards for these things. That's definitely going to be something that we'll need a lot of. Got a few. Queue up some burner inserters. Alright, looks like we can actually go straight to power. Which I don't think would be a bad idea. Move away from this kind of horrid setup for electricity, which is I mean, it's not using a whole lot of coal though, which is probably alright. Let's get that iron plate. Maybe that's what we'll do. Okay, so we'll get one of those. We'll get a boiler. We'll get a couple of steam engines. What else do we need? More power poles for sure. Let's pop those in there while I'm thinking about this. We're going to need pipe. Need one of those. And yeah, might as well do the rest of those. Alright. Then we can handcraft our way to victory. Pop those in there. Okay, we're going good with science, automation. While all this is happening, let's chop some trees down because we are going to need the wood. And there is, so as I said at the start, there's a mod, Bob's mod called Bob's Greenhouses, which I've never played with myself, but by all accounts on the interwebs, it is very overpowered and makes getting wood too easy. Whereas there is Angel's bioprocessing, which allows you to produce wood in a different way, presumably a more difficult way given the focus of it. But that is the route we will be going down when we get to it. We'll research our way through. I've got to say, like, the research queue is pretty insane, intimidating. Yes, very much so. We'll work our way through it. We definitely want to try and launch a rocket. That is my goal with this series. I don't want a mega base, if such a thing is even possible with Bob's. I'm sure it is. I'm sure people have done it, but it sounds very scary to me. So what we're going to do is we are just going to launch a rocket and be done with it. Alright, so we are now into power mode. Yes. Let's go figure out where we are going to set up our power. I think the obvious location is up here, coming straight down. Seems pretty straightforward. Yep. Alright, let's get to you. Whoa, that was the wrong one. There we go. Do something like that. If we can stretch out the underground pipe, which is just about to appear. Look at that. Perfect time, really. If we can stretch you out, max distance. That seems longer than usual, isn't it? Probably doesn't have to go that far. There we go. Alright, and then a boiler straight onto that. A couple of these guys, and some power. Alright, and we are in business. So we'll run that down there. With that, we'll have probably all that coal. And let's take this down here. Where are we running into? The Bobonium? We do just want to bring this down far enough to actually get our number of boilers in there. So yeah, that's pretty good. Let's make a nice straight path. And there we go. Okay. And then we'll meet up. Look at that. Perfect. And bang. And we're going to pull this up. I don't think we need it now. As we can see, our satisfaction is 60 kilowatts. And what are we producing out of these? I think they're still the same. Ooh. We're out of radar zone. Doesn't really matter, honestly, with peaceful mode turned on. Peaceful mode, it just takes the biters completely out of the equation. They're never going to attack. So each of these are producing 900 kilowatts. Yeah, well, there you go. That's 1.8 megawatts rather than our 400 kilowatts. So that means we can use some of our newfound automation. Let's build as many of these as we can. I've skipped the burner assemblers completely. Again, one of the things I had a little bit of play with in my brief stint earlier, just mucking around with this, and I did not find it particularly useful. They're very slow, and I put some in here. No, and yeah, pretty annoying to work with, in my opinion. All right, as we can see, coal is quite the issue. So let's build a few more of these. We're going to start getting a little bit of junk in here, especially as we work through stuff that we just know nothing about, essentially, because that is going to be our life for a lot of this playthrough. We're going to be working our way through. As always, what's going to guide us is science, and we'll probably get another science lab going. Circuit board, belts, gears, yeah. Alright, let's get another science lab going. So we have automation now. We can start automating some things. Let's just pop a bit of stuff in here. Let's see, yeah, a lot of this stuff. I think this might be our, we found our first kind of automation job too, is dealing with that crap. Okay, let's grab these, pop them in here. Oh, we can make inserters too. We've got power. Let's make some inserters, please. And looks like circuit boards is probably our next thing to do as well. All right, so we are going to start here, and we are going to do something like this. And let me get some inserters because I don't want to be using burner inserters forever. Just annoying, really, just stocking up all the coal. It's the only reason why not to do it. All right, let's go. There we go. Beautiful. A little bit more coal production, and oh yeah, we've got some inserters. There we go. All right. So you are going to do that. You are going to do that. You are doing that, and let's just ditch all of that in there. All right. So that's going to make us some stone, and at the same time fill out our areas. Okay. So here we are. We have just an insane amount of things that do stuff, but we're just going to stick with these easy things first. I'm not going to worry about turrets, walls, military at this point. Later down the track we'll have a play with that. But so if our 10 science, we can do optics or basic logistics, and they have these really crappy belts that have 7.5 items a second. So that's half the speed of a yellow belt from vanilla Factorio. Lights. Yes, so another mod that I'm running is Afraid of the Dark, just to avoid it being too dark for YouTube. We will research lights though. I feel it's a bit cheating if you just rely on Afraid of the Dark. As you can see, this is nighttime, but we've got quite a glow around the character. Alright, so we also need to automate science, don't we? Yeah, well, this is not doing much by itself. Okay, do we have time? Of course we've got time. Finish off by automating science. Let me see what we want to do. We want to have gears and feeding into our science. Science, yes, and we want all that fed from a box, like so, and some power for that, please. And then where's that power go out to there? All right. No, not that. That's silly. We need a lab there. All right. And looks like we need another power pole. That's all right. Okay. Let me get some inserters here. Thank you. Haven't even got any belts there yet. All right. That's going that way. That's going that way, and that is going that way. Coolio. Now we need 1 copper to 2 iron. All right, let's pop it in here. 1 copper to 2 iron. That is actually almost the right ratio, isn't it? Okay, that will get our science going. How much is this producing? It takes craft time of 5 seconds. What are we looking at here? 15 seconds for usage. And this is half a second, so it'll easily keep up with this. I guess that means we can support another one of these from this. Is that correct? Well, hang on a minute. Yes, that is a 5 second craft, but this is a craft speed of 0.5. So it actually takes 10 seconds. So this is probably not going to get much use. Can we do another one up here? I want to feed out of that box though. Ooh, yes we can. All right, so you do that. We are going to need something like that. So that goes there, and then that goes there. Look at that. Delightful. Alright, so that will have these guys both going. Wonderful. Whew. Okay, basic science, automated, phase 1. Almost complete. We've got power. How's that power looking? Yeah, it's using a bit. We've got stone, we've got iron, we've got copper. Oh man, I think that is definitely a good place to end the episode. Next episode, we are going to play around with these things. No, sorters. These things. We need a lot of stuff to build an ore sorting facility, but next level of complexity, moving up from this arrangement. Oh yeah, some of these things start coming into play. Oh, there's just so much learning ahead of us. I'm super excited about this series. If you are like me, a brand new noob, unseen of Bobs and Angels before, you'll probably learn a lot. If you've played this before and you can see things I'm doing horribly wrong, I would love to know how to improve. So do drop a comment down below and let me know what you think about the series, whether you're excited as I am, and I'll see you tomorrow.